name is Olamilekan Adeniji. I'm the co-founder and CEO at BUILDBAY. BUILDBAY is a prop tech company with a vision to democratize home ownership in Nigeria and Africa at large. Our focus is on the mid and low income earners in Nigeria. How do we solve the housing deficit? How do we make sure that that person that earns 100,000, that woman that roasts corn on the side of the street, that civil servant, that driver, that mechanic, that market woman can become a landowner? Prior to the introduction of BUILDBAY 5 years ago, what we have is what people tag luxury real estates. Thereby, people can pay 50 million, 60 million, 30 million, 40 million to become a landowner. But with BUILDBAY, that market woman, a common Nigeria, can now become a landowner. And because of the great work we do at BUILDBAY, we've been able to make over 3,005 individual landowners today. And that's that woman that roasts corn on the side of the street, that civil servant, that student, that person that work at bank and earn less than 100,000. They've been able to become a landowner because of BUILDBAY. Because people literally pay 250 naira per day on our platform to become landowners. And this is not just audio land. They start on our platform and we actually allocate to them for real. And for us, right, home ownership is the goal. But what we've done is to break the process into stages to say, start with land so that the total package is not so much. Start with land. When you're done with land, then we help you perfect your personal documentation, aside the general documentation by BUILDBAY. Then from there, you can now go into building your house or beautiful home gradually. The same way you pay to become a landowner gradually, you can also buy building material to build your beautiful home gradually. And before you know it, in 2 years, in 3 years, in 4 years, max in 5 years, you will build your beautiful home.
Between you and I, as an expert in the field, not only in the academics, what is the major obstacle? What is the major obstacle right now, or major challenge right now in the Nigerian estate industry?
So it's in two ways, right? One is what's the challenges of real estate companies generally when it comes to their partnership with government. One particular thing that is of note is the issue of documentation. Even in Lagos, right, when you buy land, you are not so certain that at the end of the day, that land will not be collected from you, or you will not have issues when it comes to documentation, right? I mean, the federal government and the state government are doing a lot to solve this problem, but I think that they can do so much more to solve this problem. Because what we need in the real estate industry is an ultimate trust, that people will be very comfortable when it comes to buying land. There's a low trust factor in the industry, but we need to get to a point with our documentation that they know that it is 100%. This is real. I am actually collecting a real document, and I can actually proceed to do anything on my land, either for investment purpose or to build something on it.
But I do agree with me that there are so many real estate companies operating, and what is the authentication to say that these ones are real, these ones are authentic, these ones are quacks?
Yeah.
Do you agree with me that there are quacks in the industry?
Yeah. Thank you very much. I totally agree with you. And the same way we have it in diverse industry across Nigeria. In each industry, there are players that are actually real. There are players that are actually servicing the customer. There are players that are actually giving customers the value for their money. And there are other players that are duping customers or selling audio products or service to them. That some people have even lost their money because they bought from a particular company in different industry. So across Nigeria, across the world, we have that, right? It's a continuous problem that we'll continue to look for better solution to solve. Now, for the real estate industry, and that's why people like BUILDBAY exist today. That's one of the reasons why we launched BUILDBAY, to say there's a low trust issue when it comes to the real estate industry, right? And so, sometimes ago, we launched a product called Land Now Pay Later. And one of the reasons why we launched that product is because customers said, or prospects said, if I give you my money, am I sure that I'm going to get my land? So we said to ourselves, if our location is the problem, why not, since we own this land, why not give the customer the land first, then they pay gradually, they pay later, obviously with terms and conditions. So these are the ways we've been able to mitigate the risks. Another thing is also that there's a lot of real estate companies that are doing amazingly well. They are really delivering the land and the houses to customers. So I think that what we need to do in the real estate industry is to further make good publicity about the very few and a lot of companies in the sector that are doing amazing things, right?
But okay, let me cut this short a little because we are running out of that. Every sector seems to have a commission, right? You want to every sector need to have a you has a commission now. Every industry, but in the real estate, there's nothing like a regulatory commission or a regulatory body for the real estate. Is that right?
So no, I disagree, sir.
Okay.
From the national level and the state level, we have what we call REDAN, and that is the body in charge of real estate commission in Nigeria. And as a matter of fact, this commission is very effective. If you look at the real estate industry 5 years ago, right, you will see that there's been a lot of development and improvement in terms of making land ownership inclusive for everyone, in terms of trying to eradicate the issue of trust.
Let me cut this short. What I mean is this: in some industries, when a practitioner commits a crime, there's deterrence by a regulatory body. I use the banking as an example. Any bank does not just misbehave anyhow in the financial sector, because CBN will come down on you heavily. Rather than if that is going on in that commission, those fraud and all these ill practices in the industry will reduce. Do you see that not happening?
Yeah, so thank you very much. Again, right, development is in cycle. Now, your final goal of a development will not be achieved in a day. It's a gradual process. The banking industry you made mention now didn't start this way, right? The kind of discipline or security they have in the banking or financial industry now didn't start this way. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, we have a lot of big commercial banks folding up. But now it is not happening. That's because the level of security and discipline has improved. Now, that's also the same thing Rendan is doing right now. Continuously, there's been a lot of ideas, a lot of innovation, a lot of things they are putting in place, a lot of security measures to make sure that at the end of the day, the real estate industry return back to the trust that it should be known for. And I can tell you that in 1 year time, in 2 years time, you will see that the security and the level of discipline and commission in the real estate industry will be much more better than what we have now. So I just think that we also need to be patient. Just like the country is developing gradually, every commission, especially the commission for the real estate, is also developing. And I'm sure that in few time, it will be very perfect. And the level of security will be something that everybody can come out to say, this is good, this is working. And people can now beat their chest to say, when it comes to land ownership in Nigeria, it is seamless, it is free, and nothing will happen to their land.
Thank you very much for your time.
Yes.